Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another riveting video here on EVTV Production. Tonight we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw, and me and my good friend James over there, we're going to review it. This is the Monday Night Raw from August 18th, 2014. If anyone likes the dates, they'll be in the title.
If you guys want to be precise about your dates, if you got a pad anywhere, if there's a little notebook that you keep your dates in, what happened on Raw, this is just a simple reminder of what the date is. It's the 18th.
Exactly. And James, since you want to talk, say hi.
Hello, everybody. This is my first foray here on Google and Google Plus with the Hangout and whatnot, because of course this is what we're using, and this is really different. I've never used Google Hangout before. Never been a fan of Google Plus, honestly, but I'm liking it so far. I'm still a Skype guy, but I'm liking it so far.
And this video is brought to you by
Coke for the working man.
Coca-Cola. Exactly.
Swig a Coke.
This episode is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Share a Coke with your BFF.
Are you calling me your BFF?
Take it, James.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? Well, I can't really grab it. Technology hasn't gotten this so far to the point where I can actually reach through and grab something. I'm hoping it will.
If you guys watched our SummerSlam review, it's in our channel. Go hit the subscribe button, watch it. We can sit here and talk about Raw. Obviously, we're missing one of our normal co-hosts on these review shows, and Caleb Johnston. We locked him outside the building. I'm not sure how that happened. I think James had something to do with this, because Mr. Maxwell was getting into trouble.
Well, you always blame me. Yeah, maybe I locked the door. Maybe I hid the key somewhere. I put it where someone would find it.
Yeah, well, you would find it. You being the someone.
Obviously, people just don't look hard enough.
Well, anyway, we're going to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. This Raw was the Raw fresh off SummerSlam, and it opened with, I'm going to say my opinion for this until I talk about it, with a promo between Nikki and Brie Bella. Obviously, Nikki Bella, if you don't watch SummerSlam, or listen to our review, which is, again, on the channel. Go check it out.
On the channel, and you can subscribe for the low price of nothing.
Indeed.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there. Indeed, indeed. Well, it opened up with Nikki and Brie and Stephanie. Steph. But one thing, before I talk about this, actually, James, Mr. Mac, do you have anything you want to say about this promo? Anything?
I said this during SummerSlam when the turn happened. I'm just happy that this isn't. I mean, I know these guys are completely irrelevant to this whole thing, but I'm just happy that this wasn't the Usos splitting up, because I still can't tell those guys apart. The face paint doesn't help at all. Anyways. But as for this promo, of course, it's going to be leading up to an eventual Brie versus Nikki match. Now, when will that match happen? I'm assuming it'll probably happen at Night of Champions. As for the segment itself, I thought that Nikki did a solid job. I mean, I found it funny how when she was walking down to the ring, she kind of fumbled up on her heel there, which I find it kind of funny because she did recently turn heel. Get it? Anyways, but yeah, like I said, as for the promo, I thought it was solid. She did well. Of course, this is her first foray into having the spotlight on her. And she did deliver a wicked slap to Brie. And yeah, I mean, that was really it. And as for their impending match, I'm going to have to see more build-up as we go along. I mean, right now I'm not really invested in it, but, we got, 5 weeks? So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It was something happened.
It was there.
Rough start to Raw. These chicks need to stick to wrestling and not acting. All I gotta say. All I gotta say.
If she's anything like her sister when she went out to well, see how Bryan was when Orton RKO'd him last year before Hell in a Cell.
No. Just no. These ladies, I'm not bashing the Bellas. I don't hate the Bellas. I don't give a flying fuck about the Bellas. They need to stop trying to act. Because they can't do it.
I am happy though that they gave them their each own individual personality before doing this, because I'm not gonna lie, when before they left, I couldn't tell them apart at all. So like if they would have done this back in like 2011 stuff, I wouldn't know who's who. But I'm happy that they're doing it now that we know who's who and we can tell who is who. And no, I'm not just referencing the boob job, but they have done a good job at giving them their own personality. So that.
One thing I gotta say, it kind of disappointed me a little bit, even though I really don't care between this feud. Anyone who knows me, I don't give a flying fuck about the Divas. Because they give me no reason to give a flying fuck about the Divas. But I am a little disappointed about the subject among this feud. The subject about this feud is how Nikki's basically jealous that Bree's married, started a family, all that stuff. I think they missed an opportunity, because if you remember right, a year ago, Bree was the one who kept getting Divas Championship matches, not Nikki. So I think they're kind of missing an opportunity here. Like, you got all these opportunities I haven't. That's why da-da-da-da. But it's fresh, it's early, and I really don't care where they go with this. This needs to stop acting.
Not to mention Bree's man wanted to get married, and Nikki's man is completely avoiding the subject.
Yeah, that kind of bothered me a little bit, because it's like, they're acting like Total Divas doesn't happen. And like, whether Total Divas is real or fiction, I'm going to put it in the same world as this kayfabe. In kayfabe, Cena's the one keeping him from getting married, not Bree. I mean, a year ago, they were shoving Total Divas down the throat, so obviously they can't pretend we don't know what happened on Total Divas. You know?
Yeah, and we both watched it. We're both guys, and we both watched it.
So, I mean, that part of kayfabe, and again, I'm not saying it's real, Total Divas is real, I'm putting it in the same subject as kayfabe. It's in the same boat. What happens in kayfabe stays in kayfabe. Whether it's real or not. It's in the kayfabe story.
And what happens in Vegas stays on YouTube.
There you go. Well, we're going to move on to the first match of the night with a team that, up until now, I guess, I didn't realize they were a team, or they didn't even come back. Mark Henry and Big Show defeated Rowan and Harper of the Wyatt family.
For a match that involves four big guys, they did pretty good. And I'm honestly kind of liking the team of Big Show and Mark Henry if they actually stick to them being a team, but we'll get to that later on. But as for the match, I thought that it was good. Good match with four huge guys that can move, and yeah, good stuff.
I like the team of Big Show and Henry. My only issue with it, we have too many face tag teams running around right now. Yeah. And for the champions being face, it kind of throws a monkey wrench in the whole situation.
Because right now, like, you know, the only heel tag teams that we have Rowan and Harper and Rybaxle. At least those are the only teams that come to mind.
You basically had the two rednecks and the lubrication team.
Don't diss Rybaxle. I love Rybaxle.
I'm not dissing individually. I'm dissing the name. Sounds like lube.
Sounds like a hand cream.
But I think these two guys, like Big Show's a heel, it's a hit or miss. Mark Henry as a heel never misses. So I think.
Yeah.
Honestly, these two guys as a heel, as a team, I think would work really well. Most because the tag team division with champions are going to be faces. Like if they want to put the belts on a heel team, that's fine too. I'm not arguing with that either. But in this current situation, the Usos have feuded with all the heel tag teams.
And also, Big Show and Mark Henry have proven in the past that they work better as heels, and they've done very well at it.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. Big Show may have been turned so much he's dizzy, but he still plays a good heel.
As long as he doesn't turn heel while being heel, we'll be good. The next match of the night, probably a decent upset for any Natalya fan out there. Natalya beats the Divas champion Paige upon the distraction of AJ Lee, who people need to stop reading into personal lives, who everyone wrote off like, oh, she's leaving again. Because she's still here.
I'm just saying now, I think people need to give it a rest with the CM Punk chance. I've been saying that for months. Because, yeah, sure.
CM Punk. Now, CM Punk. CM Punk.
I mean, like.
CM Punk.
I mean, like. You're just like them. Anyways, I mean, I get why they're chanting CM Punk, obviously, because AJ recently married him and whatnot. You know, you being mute doesn't exactly work either. But yeah, her being married to Punk, I can understand that as, you know, like with them chanting him at her. It's fine and all, but, you know, after a while it gets tiring. I mean, the chants have been going on and on and on for months. I mean, like even during like random segments now, it doesn't make any damn sense. Like he's gone, he's been gone for a while. Anyways, this is not about Punk. One thing I'm not understanding is the fact that like they're actually letting random divas get wins over the champion. Like even Marie beat AJ when she was champion on Raw and SmackDown, and Natalya has now beaten Paige and she's champion on Raw tonight. So what does that? So that tells me like, all right. Is even Marie or is she in line for a shot? Is Natalya in line for a shot? But yeah, that's just my take.
Oh, I can unmute now?
You're good.
CM Punk! CM Punk! CM Punk!
Will you give your opinion already? Not
anyway.
That anyone gives it.
Oh, someone's not feeling very nice tonight.
I'm not. You have a problem?
Maybe I do.
Well, fine then. Give your damn opinion.
Anyway. As far as this match goes, I kind of get why they're giving people random wins over the Divas, because right now you have Paige and AJ right here. The rest of the Divas down here. And you can't see it, but my hand's getting very, very low right now.
We don't want to know where your hand's
going. Basically, I think letting them get random wins over the champion is a good thing, because then it slowly brings them more realistic to the shot of being able to beat them. Like, if Natalya beats Paige 2 months from now, you're going to believe it. You know?
Yeah.
But as far as it goes, Crazy AJ, listen, I hope it's Crazy AJ. I hope it doesn't stick around for very long, because when AJ gets too crazy, it gets too annoying.
That's honestly what didn't, yeah, because honestly that's what, because like, you know, that's what made me not like her Divas title reign all that much. Like for the last half of it, I just began to get annoyed by it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, like, now it might be in more of a watered-down sense, which I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I agree. But we're going to move on now to The Miz defeating Dolph Ziggler via countout in an Intercontinental Championship match. Mouse? What? I'm sorry.
Mouse? Is there a mouse in your room?
I'm currently looking at my screen because this is the first time I've ever used Google Hangout. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. 'Cause my screen, like, if you guys ever use Google Hangout, normally the screens go back and forth when people talk. It's not showing that to me right now, so I'm getting a little thrown off. So.
Well then. So
But I hope it's not messed up. Hopefully. If it is, I apologize. Anyway, it was an Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz, which Dolph Ziggler won. No, well, retained. I'm getting confused. Shit keeps popping up on my screen, so it's confusing me. Anyway, James, take over before I fuck myself over.
Okay, fine. Well, anyways, the Miz won via countout, so therefore he is not the champion, and Ziggler still remains as the Intercontinental Champion. Now, the Miz also came out in what seems to be a tablecloth that he's wearing. Apparently, I think it's a tablecloth. It looks like one to me, so that's what I'm gonna call it. Anyways, now. As for the match itself, I thought that it was good. I honestly did like it a little bit better than their match at SummerSlam. Of course, I am expecting them to meet up or to have another match. Well, obviously because Ziggler lost by countout. I believe that, and like this is just me randomly predicting, but I have a feeling that these next series of matches with them are probably going to end up with Ziggler being counted out, DQ'd, Miz being counted out, Miz being DQ'd, blah blah blah, whatnot, and that is going to lead up to an official match at Night of Champions. So that way, you know, there's no countouts, there's no DQs. Nothing like that. And, yeah, that's probably when we are going to get an official result from them. I imagine will be at Night of Champions.
Well, let's see if I put my stuff together so I can talk here.
There you go. You can do it.
See, with this good match, I couldn't really care less about both these guys. I'm glad they're both doing something, I guess, and maybe we'll keep getting this. And as far as the thing Miz was wearing, Miz became Obi-Wan Kenobi Miz. That's what he became today.
Obi-Wan Kenobi Miz?
Yep. He wants to be a movie star. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next match before I botched so much in this specific match, so I'm just going to move on before I say anything else and fuck anything else up.
There you go.
And see, this is the beauty of being live, because I miss doing live things like this. Obviously, you guys don't see it being live, but we're recording live.
Yeah, exactly.
Google Hangout. So, like, if you're watching this on YouTube, obviously you don't see it being live, but it's live to us.
It is. And it's a nice atmosphere. I just killed a bug. I'm happy.
It's like, I'm not going to go back and re-edit and cut out what I said. I botched. I owned up to it. It happened. It's on the record.
Nothing can go wrong if it's live.
Exactly. Moving on to the next match of the night, Cesaro defeated Swagger in a decent match, I guess you can call it.
Cesaro finally got a win. That's really all my opinion of it is. I mean, like, I think these guys are capable of having a decent match, but not a decent match, but a very solid match. But, you know, it was on Raw, and they probably didn't have much time. So I get why it was kind of, like, short-ish. And, really, like, nothing really much I can remember from this, just that Cesaro won. And he finally got a win. After, I don't know how long it's been, but...
I'm not going to spend much time in this match because it was a decent match. It put over the fact that Swagger will probably start a feud with Bo Dallas for some random ass reason.
Oh yeah, Bo Dallas came out. Which guys, by the way, Bo Dallas invented the Ice Bucket Challenge because he does it every time before it comes out. Anyways.
So that's all this match really accomplished, so we'll move on.
Yeah.
The next match, the person who beat Swagger at SummerSlam, Rusev, came out, and Lana was doing her normal spiel, and then something randomly good happened.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, she did that. And then Mark Henry came out, which I'm actually glad they came out because this is the face Mark Henry I love. When Mark Henry is serious, you believe it.
You feel it. You feel it.
Like this is the face Mark. If he's gonna be face, this is the face Henry I want. I don't want him to be face, but if he's gonna be face, this is the one I want.
Like he said last year, he's still got plenty left in the tank.
Indeed. But we're gonna just go. We're gonna see we'll see where that goes. And Rusev continues his streak of facing just black people.
Except for Swagger.
Okay, majority of his matches have been against black people.
Okay.
The next match, you had Reigns, Sheamus, and RVD defeat Orton and Rybaxle in a six-man tag team match. James, do you have anything to say about this match?
I like this match a lot. The fact that Curtis Axel like basically got his ass kicked by Reigns. I mean, like, do not get me wrong. I love Rybaxle, but I just thought that was insane. And just like, you know, there were just a lot of things to recall about this match, like you know, Reigns beating the shit out of Axel and Sheamus doing the 10 beats or the 10 beats of the Bowering, I think that's what he calls them, on Ryback, and then on Axel, and then Ryback, and then Reigns actually like diving over Van Dam's body and spearing Orton, and then Van Dam doing the 5-star and Axel. It was just a really neat match. And yeah, that's really it. I mean, like, I don't know what this is kind of building to. I mean, I know Sheamus and Van Dam kind of formed a team on Main Event. I don't know how seriously that will be taken. Yeah. I'm not...
Hopefully not very seriously.
I don't know how seriously that will be taken, considering that Van Dam's current stint is almost over, and then he'll be on break for like however long, and then he'll come back for another 90 days. So I don't think it'll be taken seriously right now. However, Reigns and Orton will more than likely have a second match at some point, and
hopefully not.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Anyway.
Okay, all right. I know I said this on the review show. The first half of their match was not that great, but the last half of it, I liked.
I don't like anything about it.
Of course you don't.
But before I say all I gotta say about this match was a decent six-man tag team match. What you normally get at six-man tag team matches, but it was random as fuck, and I didn't pay much attention to it. In fact, during that match, I went and got me some hot wings.
Well, there you go. Look at
so
you paying attention.
There's my thoughts on this match. Hot wings.
Hot wings. I see that.
Sponsored by Coke.
And WWE Supercard that I'm not playing, but.
Oh, sure you're not playing. You just turned the phone off. You just turned your phone off.
It's saved. Nothing there. You don't see anything.
Anyway, the next match of the night, Goldust and Stardust. What do they call themselves now? Wouldn't they call themselves like the Brotherhood or something for a while? Or the Rhodes Dynasty or something like that?
I think they're just called Goldust and Stardust.
Okay. They defeated the Usos in a match I didn't pay attention to because I was getting hot wings again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really remember a lot from this match. I just remember seeing Stardust for the first time, getting a move thrown on him, and that was it. But I do remember Goldust and him winning. So I'm assuming this is probably going to lead to something, but who knows?
Moving on.
Really.
Another thing that caught people's attention tonight on Raw probably would be the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship that was unveiled tonight. And before I give my reaction to it, James, do you have anything you want to say about it?
I actually do have a slightly funny story about that I actually didn't that I actually didn't tell you yet, but I might as well say it now. When I was watching it on my TV here, like the second that Triple H was about to unveil the championship, he was saying, "Here's the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Championship." The second he finished that sentence, my friggin' DVR box cuts out because apparently there were too many HD feeds being used at the moment. So it immediately cut, and I missed the unveiling of it. So right then and there, like I missed the actual moment that it happened. But I got it all fixed, and I saw it like 10 seconds after it happened. But
Did
anyway,
your phone just go off? Are you getting a text during a show?
what are you talking about?
Your phone just vibrated, didn't it?
You know, Kyle, you're not the only one I talk to. I have a lot of people that demand my attention. You are not the only person.
Well, I think I deserve your full attention right now, Mr. Mac.
I'm a very busy man. That's why I have this device.
Okay. Turn the phone off. You're in class now.
Bitch. Anyways. Now, as for the actual title, don't mind it one bit at all. I actually think it looks decent. And for those of you that were actually complaining how that the word champion wasn't below it, the word champion is below it. There's actually more than one word below it. World Heavyweight Championship is below it, but it's just in very, very small print. You just got to look really closely. But it's there, people. It's there. Don't worry. As for the title itself, I think it looks decent. I don't like how the interchangeable side plates are still on there. I think that kind of makes it look like a toy a little bit. And yeah, that's it. I mean, like, I thought that, I think it looks fine.
My thing on that belt, I don't, besides the obvious logo change, besides that obvious part of it,
Yeah.
I don't really see a difference. There's not a big difference. As far as the whole
Really?
world, as far as like whether it's there or not, with the championship thing about him, does that really change anything about that belt? Is it that big of a deal?
I guess it's just the fact that people take so much pride in it, or in in them calling themselves a champion, that it just needs to say champion on there.
If you never saw it anyway, you don't see it now, and you have an issue with not seeing it now. The only thing I will say positive about this belt, it looks bigger than the last one.
This is true.
And I'm always a fan of big world championships because when they're bigger than all the other belts, you can tell that that's the championship.
Oh, and one thing that we will have to say, rest in peace to the big gold belt.
You mean the moderate size gold belt?
The moderate size title. Either way, that design of the title is no more.
You never know. They retired it once and it came back, so you never know.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't see a big difference in it. I don't really care enough. I'm glad if they didn't have any. I'm a little disappointed because I thought when they were going to keep the two separate belts, they were going to eventually split the belts again. But seeing how they don't plan on doing that, I'm glad they made one championship out of it. Because if they're never going to make them two separate belts,
just for some reason, just for some reason, the only way that worked in my eyes was when Jericho did it. You had the big Eagle belt, and you had the big, or the moderate size gold belt.
Well, it worked because those were you knew those are two world championships from two different companies. When you put them together now, they were just two belts, and you had Cena wearing them like a scarf.
Not to mention the coloring on the back of the leather on one of them was different from the other. I mean, I know that's nitpicking, but
But I'm just glad
Yeah.
if they had no. Like, I'm a little disappointed because I'd hope that they were eventually going to split the belts again, split the brands again, all that stuff. But they could still do that. It's still an option. But since they don't seem to be doing that in the near future, I'm glad they made one belt.
Yeah.
Because I hate when there's too many belts running out. When they had the Unified Tag Team Championships, they used like all 4 belts. That was overkill. Especially when Miz held those 2 plus the U.S. Championship. It becomes overkill. And 2 championships, it's not overkill, but it's flirting with overkill. Especially when Bryan had it. And Bryan had it, he couldn't figure out where to hold one to cut a promo.
Do you think maybe we should mention our brief thoughts on the new logo?
The new logo and the new logo, new graphics, they revealed all tonight. I don't have an issue with any of it. Sure, the new logo, it's
me neither. I like it.
I mean, it's not the scratch logo, but it's different, and it's not that bad. I mean, it's more professional. It looks a lot more professional.
Yeah, and it's going to take some getting used to, obviously. I mean, like, that's with anything, really. But I also like the new mics.
Oh, yes.
The new, pieces on the mics there. Those are nice looking. I like them.
The only thing that will determine whether I'm full on board with those mics or not, I'm going to watch SmackDown this week, and if those SmackDown mics are blue, I'm all for it. If those mics are red, I'm calling complete bullshit, and I'm being pissed off. And then they also unveiled a new theme song to Raw, apparently, which I didn't really get a good chance to hear it.
Apparently they just remixed the one they've been using since Raw 1000, and instead of the Shinedown song they've been using as a bumper theme, they used this British metal band, apparently.
It's not bad.
I thought, no, it's not bad at all. It's just that it's kind of, it's kind of out of their comfort zone because they've done these stuff for a few years now.
One thing I'll say is if they're not going to get a theme that helps the show, like it adds to it, like people hate Nickelback, but the Nickelback song, it helped. It helped the whole beat of the show. Then you had the Nation song, and then you had Papa Roach. You had all those songs added to it. Like, as long as the songs don't put a negative effect on the show, I'm all for it. And
I'll just say this now. The theme doesn't make me feel like I'm in a spa. I'll say that.
Yeah, and the one they had, the whole "Tonight is the Night" thing, was getting annoying. That one, it felt like I'm at a pop concert.
Well, they're using that song still. It's just remixed.
Yeah, it don't sound like I'm in a pop concert.
Yeah.
It's not overkill. So I mean, it's whatever. It's no big deal. Like, I'm not gonna sit here nitpicking. It's no big deal. It is what it is. I'm okay with it. And the new logo, I get why they're doing it because they want to get more professional. And the whole scratch logo, honestly, I would not put that on my businesses.
It was honestly, it was like the last piece of the Attitude Era, and you're not in that era anymore. You're over a decade removed from it. And
honestly, they should have dropped the scratch logo when they switched from WWF to WWE.
Yeah,
my honest opinion. Well, I like the logo. Just when you have a perfect chance to change, you need to change.
And they're also trying to make the network like the center of everything in the company. So, another way of doing that is putting the logo that you have for the network
everywhere.
And having it, yeah.
Having 2 different logos never helps anything.
No.
But yeah, we're gonna move into the last match of the night, which, if you didn't watch, you need to find a way to watch the Raw from tonight and watch this match.
Oh my God.
And you can nitpick about the poll they put up, no disqualification, falls count anywhere, no holds barred. Yeah, they're all the same thing, but does it really?
I even got kind of a little bit irritated by that because, all right, obviously, if you look at all 3 of them, the only thing that's different is falls count anywhere. Because that's exactly what it is. It's falls count anywhere.
But when you really look at it, does it really matter that much?
I'm just happy that it wasn't a lumberjack match. Not saying that the lumberjack match at SummerSlam was bad, because it wasn't. But I just never been a fan of the.
One thing I'm gonna give WWE a piece of advice: take every gimmick match that has been deemed boring in the last recent memory, put Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in that match.
Money in the Bank on a pole.
Something, anything that was deemed boring in recent memory, put them in the match because they are turning matches that we cringe to watch. The most entertaining shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, if you hit the SummerSlam review again, channel, watch, subscribe
for the low price of $0.00.
I described the lumberjack match as the best lumberjack match ever, the most confusing and the best, the worst, and the most generic lumberjack match all in one. This Falls Count Anywhere was the first time you seen a Falls Count Anywhere match go literally everywhere, except for backstage. But they finally zoned out, and within the first 2 minutes. Normally in the Falls Count Anywhere match, it takes them a good 5 to 7 minutes to say, hey, we can use weapons.
Can I say now? That power bomb on those chairs was wicked.
Oh yes, it was.
That was nuts.
If you watch this match, they were already in the crowd, like not even a minute into the match. And if you go back, I feel like there's a Falls Count Anywhere match when Bryan and Orton had their Falls Count Anywhere match like a year ago or something. I forget. It was like on Raw.
I think it was a street fight, maybe.
Street fight. Sure. It took them. They had a regular match for the first for the first 7 minutes. And then, hey, we can use a cane.
And that was a damn good match.
It was a good match, but the thing is, when you see Falls Count Anywhere, you entail no disqualification, weapons, leave the ring. In the past couple Falls Count Anywhere matches, I might be excluding a couple. They stay in the ring for the biggest portion of the match. This one, they're in the audience, like I would say within the first 2 minutes. So I mean. And then one thing that I have to nitpick, because it bothers me, because WWE they were lazy in the production value of this. The whole curb stomp into the cement. I get right off Dean Ambrose for a little bit, why they want to write him off from a movie in the middle of his I'm fucking hot as hell right now, it's beyond me. But
Ambrose being in a movie just kind of surprises me overall, because he just looks like the kind of guy that wouldn't care about that stuff.
I'm surprised they put him in the movie, especially since, they're basically going to take him off TV while he's hot. He's red hot right now. So anyway, it is what it is, but they could have used a better product. Instead of using styrofoam and say that it's like... he did the curb stomp on the table, and the table didn't collapse. Yet they do it on some concrete...
You got choke slams. You got choke slam on the table, too.
Yeah, choke slam on the table, curb stomp on the table didn't break. He does a curb stomp on cement... Michael Cole said cement, cinder blocks.
Cement blocks.
And they disintegrate to nothing. I get they couldn't use actual cinder blocks. So don't leave comments saying, oh, you just wanted to... No, I get why they couldn't use cinder blocks.
You want them to kill him. Why?
But here's my theory. I told this to James before we started recording this. They could have took 20 minutes, went down to Lowe's, bought 50 sheets of plywood, took some super glue, super glue and paint, and plywood, and made it look like cinder blocks, and it's a hard surface. They could have easily done that. They could have put... Actually, no, you only need 4 things of plywood. You take the styrofoam that you used, cover it with plywood of the same color. That's how you do that.
And this has been your hardware tip of the day, brought to you by Hardware Expertise, Kyle Evans.
Indeed. But overall, this Raw was actually really good.
Overall, I enjoyed Raw. I enjoyed the main event. I enjoyed the 6-man tag. I'm liking where everything is really going. However, I am kind of scared because we're like almost to where the dead period starts. Like right after Night of Champions is when it kind of goes downhill and becomes pretty dead for a while. But right now I'm just going to enjoy it as much as I can. But who knows? Maybe they could shock us and we won't have a dead period.
Yeah, you never know. But I mean, the one thing I say about this Raw that it bothered me a little bit, it was a good show, but it lacked flow.
I will say that, because there were a few times where I was lost about a few things, and I thought, this comes after this. Why is that there? That should be over here. Yeah,
I mean, it lacked overall flow, but that's not a bad thing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Good show. When you look at it from an overall point of view, it was a good show, but they needed to work on the flow, which I thought they finally got down.
Because they had 2 good shows in a row one month. I think that. Yeah.
If you look at it from a content point of view, it was a great show. But if you watch it live like we did, it lacked a little flow. Like, it felt weird watching it, and it kind of, it stood out. Like, it kind of staggered a little bit, you know? It felt like it was dragging on. Yeah, but.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not enough to say this was horrible, but it did. I'm not going to sit here and say Raw is awesome, best thing ever, yada, yada, yada. But it just lacked flow. That's all.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can point out that's wrong with this. And they had a pointless 6-man tag match. It was still a good match, but still pointless as fuck. So, Jamie, do you have anything, last comments about Raw?
I liked it. I like where things are going now. Truly, we got 5 weeks till Night of Champions, so we'll see what happens. Which you can see live on the WWE Network for only
$9.99.
Exactly.
Now, what you can subscribe to for absolutely nothing is our channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, because I'm awesome and Jamie's he's okay. Follow me on Twitter at RadyK13. Follow Jamie at Jamie Lee Mack. Watch our other videos. Watch our SummerSlam review. Let us know what you thought. We have other things up. We have comics. We have sports. We have everything you need. We have movies. Anything you need. Anything you want. And if you have an idea for the next video, let us know. And if you liked the video idea, like us using our videos during shows, let us know. If you like it, we'll keep doing it. If you don't like it, oh well. We'll keep doing it.
I have yet to see one awesome trait from you.
I'm just awesome in general.
I'll just let you keep thinking that.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, that wraps up for this show. Let us know what you thought. Yada, yada, yada. How to said this. Comment.
Share,
like.
All that great stuff.
All that good stuff. Follow us. Just have a great week. Have a wonderful week.
And we'll see you next time.
We will.